Hi, how are you guys? Um, I'm back. I'm having a very bad day. Well, a bad couple of days. As I explained in my first video, I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy, and I didn't give great detail as to the events that occurred and how I got diagnosed. Um, what happened was I'm 5.5 months pregnant, and I walk into work, which I was working at a maximum security prison, um, the Cummins unit in Grady, Arkansas. I walk into the unit and I'm told, Mr. Williams, you are going to get strip searched. And I'm like, what am I getting strip searched for? We have reason to believe that you are bringing in contraband, which is very serious, which is a very serious accusation. You could do prison time behind that. And I'm like, well, I'm not bringing anything in. If you want to see a pregnant belly, come on. So I submit to a strip search. I come out, and the warden attempts to take my badge. And when you take your badge, you're automatically fired in the prison system. So I'm like, but y'all didn't find anything. Furthermore, I'm not bringing anything in. I'm not that stupid. I already have a child. I'm trying to take care of her, and working at a male maximum security prison is one of the highest paying jobs in this region. So I got to buckle down and do what I got to do to take care of my baby. So after being strip searched, they didn't find anything. I'm put on administrative leave. That stressed me out so bad because being put on administrative leave, the next day after being put on administrative leave, I was told to come back to the unit to talk to the warden. I go talk to the warden, and the warden said, if you want your job, you will submit to a getting put on the box, which is basically a voice box that determines whether you're lying or not. So I'm 5.5 months pregnant, and they scheduled me to be seen within a month. So I'm on administrative leave for a month before I get seen. So I go get seen. I'm so nervous because I know I've heard of people failing it because they are nervous and they fire them. And I need my job. And I'm nervous I failed it the first time. And the man said, I think it's because you're nervous, you're jittery. What's going on? I'm like, I'm pregnant. I need my job. I literally broke down crying. The second time I passed it, flying colors. Like I said, I wasn't bringing anything in. Now, this is what happened. The guy that I'm still currently dating, the mother of his child, she got him fired like 3 months prior, saying that he was bringing in contraband as well. Since he didn't work there for a year, which you have to be off your probationary period, they could fire you for anything. So just her saying that, he got fired. Me, I get brought in. I'm past my probationary period, and I get put on the voice box. I failed it the first time. I passed it the second time. The next day, after all of this stress, I wake up and I thought I was having a stroke. I go to the doctor. All the doctors come in and they say, no, you're not having a stroke. This is Bell's palsy. It'll clear up. Me thinking it'll clear up, they give me some medicine to take. And within that week, did nothing happen. I'm still stressed because I'm like, when am I going to return to work? I went to the doctor because I was in pain. I was in so much pain. I was threatening to have my baby early. All of this just because a girl called in, because she's mad. I'm dating the father of her child, and yes, we had words. Well, I didn't even really have words with her. She just didn't like me, and that's fine. She wanted to get me fired like she got him fired. That's life, I guess. And with all that, I threatened to have her early. I still had her early. And all that stress with y'all, I didn't return back to work for 3 months. I was on administrative leave for 3 months. So that whole 3 months, I'm stressed. I don't know if they're going to take me back, even though I passed the box. And the reason why it took so long is because when I got put on administrative leave and had to get put on the voice box, an inmate escaped from another unit, which put me in the process of getting me back to work on the back burner, because now the main focus is finding this inmate. I finally make it back at work. I work exactly 2.5 weeks, and I had to go on maternity leave. I messed around and had her early. And I'm still stuck with Bell's palsy, which my doctors have said is caused by stress. And today is one of those days where it's bothering me severely bothering me. One of the effects of this is I have a hypersensitive left ear. Noises, slight noises bother it. Like, I hear it better than a normal individual because it's running water bothers me. And today is the first day where that particular eardrum feels like it's gonna bust. It hurts so bad. I don't know. I don't have many people that watch my videos. I just started them. But if anybody knows of anybody, a neurologist or somebody I can see, I have a neurologist who put me on gabapentin because I'm in a lot of pain from time to time, and Klonopin. But today I'm in a lot of pain, and I can take pain. Hell, I had my second daughter without an epidural, and that was another terrible experience. I might as well talk about it. Like I said, I returned back to work 2.5 weeks later. I go into labor. My water breaks. I look over to my boyfriend. I say, "Babe, my water just broke." He said, "You lying." It broke. My mom ended up taking me to the hospital. The hospital I went to wasn't my, originally planned hospital. Oh, my ear. It hurts. But I end up going to a different hospital. I go in and I tell them, I'm about to have this baby. They're like, "No, you're not." Because they checked me and they're like, "You're only 3 centimeters." This is nothing like my first daughter. My first daughter, I didn't go through none of this. So the contraction comes. I can't describe the pain. All I know is this pain. And when they come, I'm screaming. And I used to talk about women when I watched, labor and delivery shows. Like, oh my God, why they screaming? That's just too much. It's not that serious. Whoa, that's all you can do. I screamed. The nurse come in. She's like, "You're going to have to stop. I don't need to hear all that." I'm like, look, you gonna make me turn extra ghetto on you really fast. So she leaves out and she's like, you're only 3 centimeters. You're not going to have her. Plus, we don't have any information on you. We got to get your blood drawn before we get anybody down here. So they draw my blood. I don't know what they're looking for, but I needed an epidural. I'm there probably an hour before the man comes in to give me an epidural. Maybe they check everything they need to check. Y'all, he bends me over and tells me, basically to scrunch down. I scrunched down, and when I scrunched down, I guess I accidentally pushed. Next thing you know, I said, I'm finna have her. I'm finna have her. He was like, no, I'm not qualified for this. And he yells, nurse. And the same nurse that left out of my room saying, she's only 3 centimeters. She's not about to have that child. Rushes back in, and she's like, what does she want now? And he was like, she's about to have that baby. She's like, no, she's not. Then she looks over at me. She was like, lady, you're only, oh my God, I see the head. I know what she was about to say. She was about to say, I'm only 3 centimeters again. And then she screams, oh my God, I see the head. Like, yeah, I told you I was about to have the baby. She comes over. She starts yelling at other nurses. Next thing you know, there's no doctor in. I have the baby. Oh, I got to give some more backstory. So when I have the baby, me and my daughter are infected. And when I say infected, I'm not talking about an STD. Lord Jesus, my story's all over the place. But another bad thing happened. I was supposed to have my daughter at UAMS. And I went in. I had my daughter on a Wednesday. So I went in that Monday, and I told them that it feels like I'm steady peeing or something. And they look, and they was like, oh, that's just your amniotic fluid leaking. And it wasn't a big deal. Now, UAMS has a lot of students walking around. I wasn't seen by my doctor. I was just seen by one of the students, I guess, that just I don't know who I was seen by, but they didn't do nothing about my water leaking. It wasn't that Monday. It was the week before. It was that Thursday. And me having that constant feeling of peeing started that Tuesday, that following Tuesday. So my amniotic fluid, which is basically my water, had been leaking for over a week. My stomach hurts. My stomach is, it hurts. And I'm thinking it's because my ear, I'm just in pain, Jesus. But, but anyways, I'm infected because my water basically had been leaking, and I almost had a dry birth. And that hurts. That hurts like hell. You need water to have a baby. The water needs to be there. Basically, after I had her, I didn't have an epidural. They came. I couldn't push anymore. I was in so much pain. And they were trying to push on my stomach to deliver the placenta. I couldn't do it. Like, I was so out of it. They pushed, and I couldn't push it out. And I moved the lady's hand that was pushing on my stomach because I felt it. It hurt so bad. I just grabbed down there and tried to yank it out of me. They was like, no. And finally, they hooked me up to an IV and put me out. When I woke up, I had delivered the placenta, I guess, and the room had a smell. It stunk so bad, and it was because of me and my daughter being infected from not having water, not having water, the amniotic fluid. I feel like that was neglect on UAMS, my doctor's part. I didn't get to see. You know what? I seen my doctor, and it wasn't a student I seen. It was my doctor and a student in there, but the student, he let the student take control of my doctor's visit. And so, with him standing right there, I'm thinking, he would steer the student in the right direction. So he's there, and the student says this, and they make it sound like, oh, it's nothing. And next thing you know, I'm infected. We stay an extra week and a half in the hospital. 2014 was a hard year. And I say all that to say, my ear is giving me pain due to this Bell's palsy, hypersensitive eardrum on my left side. It hurts. It hurts so bad. If this video reaches anybody that understands anything that's going on, like, I have another issue that just recently started happening yesterday. Although I'm diagnosed with Bell's palsy, I'm having pain in my face. Like, I don't know. Somebody somewhere help me, I guess. Please.